minute long video and then I had to go. So I'm back now. Let's see. It's Friday night. I hope you all are having a great, happy, and safe Friday. I'm not just here to, read from the Idaho Driver's Handbook again. I'm also here to continually promote this YouTube channel. I don't see how some of y'all do it. You got like 100,000 subscribers, 1,000,000 subscribers. Yeah. But props to y'all, though. Oh, yeah, and evidently Morgan is a huge Mr. Beast fan. I don't know what to think about that. But tonight I did buy her a Mr. Beast milk chocolate candy bar from the gas station down the street. Anyways, all right, let's get started. I left off on page 32. Skills test, Class D non-commercial. To ensure an applicant for a Class D driver's license understands the rules of the road, is beneficial for the applicant to pass the knowledge test prior to taking the skills test. However, tests may be taken in either order. Really? Huh. That's interesting. Skills tests may only be scheduled during daylight hours and during acceptable weather conditions. 12 or fewer errors is a passing score. See, that's interesting. When I got my driver's license in in West Bremerton, Washington, back in 2005, I think the most you could get wrong on your skills test was like 6 or something like that. Because I ended up, I got like 5 or 6 wrong. Parallel parking is not my strong suit and it never has been. That's one of the things I failed. I think I also failed backing around a corner. Like I said, I failed like 5 or 6 things and the dude still passed me. I passed with like an 83 or an 86 or something. I don't remember. Like I said, it was 2005. And I remember thinking that I hadn't, passed the driver's test, and we're sitting in the parking lot outside the DMV, and the dude, the instructor, he's tallying up my score, and I'm just sitting there in the driver's seat just crying, like, oh, I'm so sorry, crying to my son, because he was just a little guy back then, and he was with the in-laws. They were watching him while I took the test, but I remember saying, well, I'm just so sorry I didn't pass this test, and the instructor, he's just laughing at me as he's tallying up my score. He's like, well, you have to work on this, that, and the other, but by the way, you pass. And I think I gave him a hug, which is really weird for me back then because I didn't like to be touched, or to touch anybody. But yeah, I was like, oh, thank you. And it was so cool. I was happy for a while after that. It took me forever to get a driver's license in the first place because, I don't know. It's not even that it was ever suspended or revoked. It's just that I never got one until 2005. Okay, if you fail a skills test, you must wait 3 days to retest. You will also be required to pay both test fees again, county and skills test examiner. Who is required to take a skills test? Those who have never been licensed before, have completed an approved driver's license training course, and the SIP under 17 skills test eligibility dates are strictly enforced, are driving on an instruction permit, 17 years of age or older, and want to become a licensed driver, have vision that does not meet minimum standards, have a recurring skills test requirement due to a medical or visual condition, which reminds me, I really need to get a new prescription when it comes to my glasses. I know I'm obviously not wearing any now, but it's like when I don't wear them, I have a hard time seeing, and then when I do wear them now, all of a sudden I have a hard time seeing, so it's like, okay, yeah, I'm gonna get right on that right after I get my teeth fixed. Okay. Have a recurring skills test requirement due to a medical or visual condition, present a foreign license if there is no reciprocity agreement present. I melded two different sentences into one. Yay. Present an Idaho or out-of-state driver's license that has been expired 25 months or more does not apply to commercial driver's license, CDL. Additional circumstances for a required skills test: having any mental or physical impairment that might affect the safe operation of a motor vehicle. When a county agent has concerns about an applicant's ability to safely operate a motor vehicle regardless of prior license, experience, or age. Geez. And on an unrelated topic, I actually finally watched Jeepers Creepers 2 after having not seen it. I only saw it once before, and geez, that was back when. That was many years ago. But I was watching it yesterday and thinking, wow, it's like, it's suspenseful and it's kind of scary, and they didn't really need to show a lot of blood and gore and violence. I mean, it's violent, but it's not like over the top violent, you know what I mean? And it's not like super duper bloody. So, I mean, movies can be made and be scary and not be all gory and stuff. I guess the reason why I thought about that, because, the Jeeper Creeper dude, he always driving some kind of vehicle, right? Or attacking people in vehicles, or both. Yeah, it's a crazy movie. Let's see. Scheduling a skills test. Idaho has third-party contractors who administer all Class D skills tests. Applicants required to take a skills test are referred to the website itd.idaho.gov/itddmv. Oh, jeez. To obtain contact information for skills test examiners. Click on the driver's license ID cards tab when scroll down. Then scroll down. See, I told you, my eyesight. Then scroll down and click on skills test. Contact the skills test examiner of your choice. If the skills test examiner cannot be reached, leave a voicemail with your name and phone number. They will not return calls unless a voicemail with your information is provided. Okay, enough of that. But yeah, I'm like, yeah, blurred vision and everything. It's crazy. Went from 20/20 vision for many years to this. It's like, wow, okay. But yeah, I am doing what I can to promote this channel, and I really need more subscribers. My goal is to have 1,000 subscribers by January. So we'll see how that goes. That would be pretty cool. I was looking up some more fun facts, and wow. One fun fact about the Pacific Ocean is, let's see here. It holds a lot of water. Wow. It's like saying, oh, by the way, the sun is hot. But what a lot of people don't know is, what is it? Mauna Kea in the Pacific is Earth's tallest mountain. I know that Mount Everest is, but Mauna Kea is because the base of the volcano is underwater. So if you were to take it from underwater and put it next to Mount Everest, it's going to be taller than Mount Everest. You know what I mean? And yes, we already know that the Pacific Ocean is where you can find the Ring of Fire. There's an endangered species of whale in the North Pacific Ocean. And there's incredible biodiversity in the Eastern Pacific. Yep, that I do believe. That's cool. Yeah, it was so nice today. Someone approached me again, and they were talking to me about how much of an inspiration I am, my story and everything, and being clean and sober. And, that always touches me and always makes me cry. And, yeah, well, I mean, I try not to, cry too much, but it really does bring tears to my eyes to know that I have had a positive impact on people. Don't get me wrong, though. With the life I've lived, I've had a profoundly negative impact on people, too. And, yeah, that's what I'm trying to get past. Because, I mean, all anybody ever wants is peace and redemption. Redemption if they've done a bunch of bad things that they're sorry that they did. Now, yes, there's redemption through Jesus, but I have to feel that I deserve that redemption, yes? If I feel like I deserve everything that's thrown my way that's not good because I have to atone for my past, that's also not a positive, not a good, constructive mindset by any means. And that's what I was doing for years after, coming off the streets and getting clean. There were times when, really good things would happen to me, but I would go back in time to all those horrible things that I had done and the way I lived my life when I was an addict, and I would think, oh, hey, well, Deborah, you don't deserve this. Look at all that horrible stuff you did. Why do you deserve anything good? And that's a ridiculous, just juvenile way to handle situations like that. One should be grateful and blessed when good things happen to them because of God's grace and mercy, because people see that they have worked really hard to get where they are, and I'm getting better with that. But for in the beginning, I was like, wow, I don't deserve anything good. And like I said, that's a horrible mindset to have. And I know a lot of us feel that way about ourselves, but we can rise above that. Yeah. But it does feel nice. Like I said, it feels nice to hear somebody say that. And people do say that to me a lot. And if you saw me, sitting at the freeway exit ramp in Fife, Washington, over there by the casino, if somebody came up to me then and said, hey, just so you know, 8-9 years from now, all this will be a distant memory. You'll have your life back on track. You'll be doing better than you were before you even started drugs in the first place. I would have been like, yeah, right. Do you have any money to give me? Drugs, food? That would have been my response back then. I wasn't going to believe what somebody had to say in terms of, positivity and bettering myself. I wasn't trying to listen to that. So, and, and I've said it before and I'll say it again. It's really hard when we have loved ones who are struggling with addiction. And as much as we want to just reach out and grab them and make them do what they have to do to get clean and sober and stay clean and sober, it just doesn't work that way. They have to do the work. They have to want to do it. You can give people as many options as humanly possible and all kinds of resources, but it's going to be meaningless unless they want to take that step, unless they want to get out of the hole that they've dug themselves into and say, hey, I'm tired. I can't do it anymore. I need to do better. I know I can do better. I gotta do something. I can't just, waste away and kill myself, because there's only a few ways that addiction and alcoholism will end. I mean, 1, you get clean and sober and stay clean and sober. 2, you end up in jail or prison. And 3, you end up in the ground. Yep, like I said, I'm very grateful to God and to friends and to my family. I'm just grateful that, it's been 5.5 years. Never thought I could go 5.5 minutes without, getting high. And honestly, now it's also been, it's the 8th. So I've been free from cigarettes for 5 years. Yep. And that was the hardest thing to quit. It was the cigarettes. Crazy how that works. I remember many years ago, back when I had a 3-4 cigarette a day addiction, and I don't mean packs, I mean 4 cigarettes a day. This was years and years ago, back in the late 90s, early 2000s. I was working at that restaurant in Tacoma, and I remember some customers were, chastising me. They're like, hey, you shouldn't be smoking cigarettes. You shouldn't be doing that because they're extremely hard. It's hard to quit. And some people just can't. And when they said that cigarettes were more addictive than cocaine, I didn't believe it. I was like, oh yeah, they're just making it up, you know, blah blah. But yeah, they really were telling the truth. Cigarettes are more addictive than drugs and alcohol. I'd imagine. I mean, it was for me. Like I said, yeah, getting clean, no problem. Letting go of cigarettes, big problem. Yep, it's pretty nuts. Mm-hmm. What kind of new sci-fi movies are coming out in 2024? Oh, right. I'm still waiting to rent Alien Romulus. It's on YouTube and I could buy it, but I'm not trying to buy a movie I haven't seen yet. Now, when they have the option to rent it, that's when I'll do it. Here, there's a movie called Slingshot with Lawrence Fishburne. I've heard of that one, but I'm not 100% sure what it's about. I know it has to do with, you know, being in space and interstellar travel, I think. Something like that. Let's see, what is the new extraterrestrial? Well, yeah, we already know that Alien Romulus. And I never did see that other movie I wanted to see. It was a Predator movie called Prey. It came out a couple of years ago. And with the main protagonist, named the actress Amber Midthunder, I think. She's a Native American gal. That looked like a really good one, but I feel like it's only, or as far as I know, it's only on Hulu. And I don't have Hulu, I just have Disney Plus, which is crazy because I was supposed to have, you know, gotten the whole bundle deal, and now that I want to try to get that deal, they're saying, oh, well, it's not available in your area. It's like, whatever, okay. Fine. I'll keep my money then. Borderlands. Megalopolis, I think I've heard of that. Okay, I already saw Godzilla X Kong: The New Empire. I already saw that, and it was all right for me. I mean, it wasn't a bad movie. It just, I don't know. I feel like it wasn't as cool as I was expecting it to be. But when Kong grabbed that the little tiny Kong, and used him as a weapon against those other apes, now that was like the funniest part of the entire movie. Dune, yeah, see, that's never been of any interest to me at all. Not the original movie nor the new one. Even if Jason Momoa is in it, he's hot, but he ain't that hot that I'm going to sit down and watch a movie that sounds ridiculously boring. I don't care about that. Nope. Besides, I think Alan Ritchson is hotter than Jason Momoa. It's like, I need to start watching Reacher. Okay, I saw A Quiet Place. Day one, it was all right. I mean, it had a really good ending. It took a little bit for it to get going. And see, I don't even know if it was real. I saw this this movie or theatrical poster on Facebook a while back about the Neverending Story and about it being rebooted or whatever. I don't know if that was true, if they're going to do a reboot. I really hope they don't. I mean, the Neverending Story, it's one of those things, you know, it's a movie that's a classic. I watched that back when I was in elementary school. And not because my mom let me watch it, it's because they were playing that movie at my elementary school in my class. That's the only reason I got to see it. The same with the Dark Crystal. I only got to see that at school too. Yep. What is it? 20 what? 28 years later? Ew. No thank you. Talk about some utterly psychotic zombies. They're all vomiting blood and running around chasing people. Jeez, at least with Resident Evil, you kind of had a chance to, you know, evade them and escape, but not with these 28 days later dudes. They're like all over the place, running people down and attacking them. It's like, okay, no, not my thing. Avatar 3. And then they're saying something about Jurassic World Rebirth. Ugh. Jeez Louise. I still haven't seen Jurassic World Dominion. And those of you who know me well know that the original Jurassic Park is like my, all-time favorite movie of like all time. But like I said, doing so many sequels and this and that just ruined it. They should have just did the first movie and then just left it at that. And they should have left it alone after that. Crazy. Okay, wait, I was gonna see what this other movie is. What is that? Tron, okay. There's gonna be a new Tron movie coming out in 2025. Superman. Okay, that's gonna be out in 2025. Avatar Fire and Ash 2025. And like I said, 28 years later. What's this? Mortal Kombat? Mortal Kombat 2. Yeah, no thanks. I never did see the reboot. Like I said, I don't particularly enjoy over-the-top, bloody, gory movies. Now, the original ones, now those were cool. I know they took a lot of heat. But the original one, 1995, with Christopher Lambert as Raiden, he was really good in that role. Like when the three protagonists were in that temple. Let's see, who was it? Okay, it was Liu Kang, Sonya Blade, and Johnny Cage, right? So they're in this temple and they get attacked by these ninjas or whatever. So it's, okay, so 3, 6. Okay, so they each have to fight like 3 different dudes, right? So they knock these dudes out and they're all happy. And here comes Raiden walking in and he's like, oh, wow. Brilliant. Now, why don't you plan to do about them? And then the camera pans over and there's like 40 more dudes and they're like, huh! And then like Liu Kang and everybody there just standing around like slack-jawed. And then Raiden's like, I don't think so. And he has that lightning bolt on his finger and his eyes glow. And then those dudes, they back up and stuff. And Johnny Cage, as he's walking out with the other guys, he's like, you're lucky. You're lucky you stopped us. You know what I mean? But yeah, just classic 1990s movie. And then the other Mortal Kombat Annihilation that came out a couple years later. And what I like about that is they didn't bring back the original actors. I mean, Robin Shou, the original guy who played Liu Kang, he was there. And Talisa Soto, she was there as Kitana. But Raiden was a different actor. James Remar. Yeah, they kind of, I didn't like how they switched the actors up. But, I mean, overall, it was a pretty good movie. And, my kids, I ended up introducing those movies to them, and they really liked them a lot, especially my son, JJ. Yeah, he really enjoyed the movies. And then it's funny, too, because, we used to watch a lot of movies, right? And, I don't even remember what movie it was that we were watching, but there were a bunch of previews that were before this movie. It was DVD, and for some reason you couldn't just skip ahead to the actual, the movie that you wanted to watch, right? You had to watch, all these previews. Well, there was this one preview for this movie called Ong Bak 3. Some kind of like martial art type of vengeance, something or another, this movie that, takes place in Asia or whatever, right? Well, the main actor is this Thai actor named Tony Jaa. He's also in that Monster Hunter movie with Mila Jovovich, right? So we were watching this preview, Ong Bak 3 with Tony Jaa, right? And he's the protagonist. He's this dude who has to avenge whoever it is or whatever, right? And I remember JJ saying, oh, hey, Mom, look at how he looks. He has the same body type as Liu Kang, but they look different in the face because they're different races, right? And I was thinking, wow, JJ, he's very astute. He realizes that these guys are both Asian, but they're from different countries, but they got that same lean, muscular body type that a lot of martial artists have, right? lo and behold, Tony Jaa and Robin Shou actually did work together. You know what I mean? So I thought that was interesting. And JJ, he didn't know that at the time, but he was very, very perceptive on these different characters and these different actors and stuff. And I was thinking, yep, my boy, he's so cool. I really miss him. Yep, he's a good kid. He's 21 now. That's my oldest. Let's see. I'm trying to see what else. Oh, wait. Are they saying there's going to be a Megan 2.0? Yes, I will definitely have to watch that. Oh, yeah, and then what is it? Captain America Brave New World. That comes out next year with that same black dude. What's his name? Anthony Mackie. Plays the Falcon, right? Oh, the Falcon and Winter Soldier. But evidently Harrison Ford, he's going to be in this movie, and he's the Red Hulk, whoever that is. See, I'm a huge Marvel fan, but I am not a Marvel comic book fan. I don't know anything about the comics. I don't know about the timelines, the characters, this, that, or the other. But I do know that Red Hulk, from the picture I saw of him, he's ugly. He's uglier than, regular Mark Ruffalo Hulk. Yeah, he's kind of creepy looking. Predator, whoa. Predator Badlands? Okay, that comes out, what? 2025, let's see. Predator Badlands is an upcoming American science fiction action film in the Predator franchise. It is the 7th film in the mainline series and 9th in the overall franchise. So that's going to be, yes, that's a must-watch for me. That's exciting. That's something to look forward to when it comes to movies. Okay. Oh, and I guess it looks like Elle Fanning is going to be in that. The Bride. What's that? Oh, yeah, that looks creepy. Let me go back. Push too many buttons and now I don't know where I am. Okay, wait. Let's see. I was looking at the list of movies for 2025. Oh, what's this? Oh, yeah, Star Trek Section 31. A lot of us have been looking forward to that. That'll be cool. Lilo and Stitch. Yeah. Ooh, Frankenstein. Are they going to redo it? Reboot? Thunderbolts. Mickey 17. Yeah, see, I'm mostly only just looking at, the whole sci-fi genre. That's my jam right there. And some people say, when did you realize that Mia Goth? Who is that? She looks kind of scary. But people ask me, like, when did you realize that you had a love of sci-fi movies? I think it goes back to, like, way back. Because I remember even as a little kid watching that scene in, let me see here. The Empire Strikes Back. When they're at the Bespin mining colony, a Cloud City. I remember the rooms being white. That's my earliest childhood memory of the sci-fi genre. And I remember thinking how freaking cool that was. And I'll tell you what, though, The Thing, that traumatized me when I was a little kid. And it's weird, too, because as many of you know, my mom didn't like TV. She didn't want us to watch movies or anything fun. So I still can't figure out for the life of me how it was nighttime. So I'm walking down the hall, at home. Walking down the hall, turn to the left. That's where the living room is. And the TV's on. It's like right there. And the thing that I see is this dog. And it's just sitting in the kennel. While these other dogs are like freaking out, right? And the next thing you know, this dog's head splits open. He's the Thing, disguised as a dog. Now that bothered me because I was like, probably 4, 5 years old? Something like that. But that was something that stuck with me for a while. And even when I was like 18 and I finally was able to rewatch it, I was still holding, my hands up to my eyes. Oh, I don't want to see it. It's gross. Look at that dude's head. He's sprouting legs and stuff, which he did. This dude was infected. So after he had died, his head literally pulled itself off of his body, fell on the floor, and then grew legs and started skittering around, this lab or whatever. Yeah, it was horrible. But then, fast forward to many years later, that ended up being one of my favorite movies, along with the prequel. So yeah, it's funny how things can change. Let's see, Frankenstein is an upcoming American science fiction horror film written and directed by Guillermo del Toro. Okay, so yeah, they are Lars Mikkelsen. Okay, that's the other guy's brother. Mads Mikkelsen. I'm assuming that's his brother. Let's see, David Bradley. Oh, Charles Dance is in it. He's pretty good. He was really good in Alien 3 and in, what was the other one? He was in Underworld. Pretty good actor. Been around forever. But yeah, I guess that could be entertaining if one were, fascinated by Frankenstein. Me, not so much. It's really not my thing. Okay. Well, I gotta see what the plot is with Megan 2.0. Let's see. Megan 2.0 is an upcoming American science fiction horror film directed by Gerard Johnstone and written by who? Akilah Cooper. Okay. A sequel to Megan. It sees Allison Williams and Violet McGraw return to star alongside Ivana Sakno, Tim Sharp, Aristotle. Oh yeah, these names are something else, but it really doesn't tell you what the plot is. Just, oh yeah, these people are coming back for a rematch or something. So, alright, anyways, I've been on here way too long. It's been half an hour. I hope you all have a great night. Stay safe out there. God bless you. If you haven't subscribed to this channel, please do. I'm looking to get 1,000 subscribers by January 2025. Thanks for tuning in. God bless you all. Bye.